your clothes, and when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on tuning, hear what I say, but watch it real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes, and when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes, and when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
There we go. Okay, now you should be able to hear me now. Can you hear me? Test, test, test. So yeah, so I switched my mic, but then I forgot to switch the settings so that it wasn't on my headset anymore. So hello, it's Shoshie from Shoshie's Minis, and we are live, and it's Monday, and we're painting Kingdom Death today. Yay! Broncos tonight. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to watch them. Who are we playing? I know I should know this. Higher Staff, Original Sin, Batalur. Rumble, thank you for reminding me to turn on my mic. I have my schmutz apron on today. Can you see schmutz? So, Unfortunately, I'm so short that you can't even see it now. Titans? Oh my gosh, there's all these teams I've never even heard of. That's... Yes, I did say it. I want to show you real quick. You cannot see based on where the camera is pointed, but I have done a massive overhaul of my studio. Let me see if you guys can see this. You might be able to see some of it. Can I turn on this light so you can see this better? Hold on. There. Maybe. You can see I've got my photography station here. I have redone all my shelving. The shelf used to be more like kind of facing perpendicular rather, and now it's against the wall. And I got a new little, hold on, I got hair in my eye. What is in my eye? There. And so then this I got at Pier 1. Let me see if I can show that to you guys a little better. It's got all my airbrush stuff on it, and then it can just filter out to the window. So, yep, new stuff. Basically, and the rest of my whole studio looks like a hot mess. Hold on. I still have something in my eye. I might have to, hold on a second. Let's see if I can. Oh, it's on my contact. That's why I can't get it. That's cat hair on my contact. Sorry, not contact, my eyeball. I don't even wear contacts anymore. I hope not. Sneaky, hello, how are you? Yeah, I'm trying to be organized. I always try to get organized right before winter because it will not happen in the winter. I'll be lucky if I can get out of bed sometimes in the winter. Doing a bit better. Okay, good. Good. Cake. You're the cake. Just painting your dwarf. Yeah, cake. Okay. This is the Intimacy Female that we're working on from King to Death. Jamie G. Just subscribing. And here's the Intimacy Male. I didn't do as much work on him yet. He's a little bit darker. Jamie G, thank you so much. 16 months on a 15-month streak. I really do appreciate that. Speaking of subscribers, Wednesday we're having a subscriber giveaway. Every Wednesday of this month of September, we're giving prizes of giveaways. Aw, Carlos Garcia, thank you so much for the host. We're giving away giveaways. We're not doing a sub drive for September because I tried that last year and it just didn't work. I think I've maxed out on my subs. I don't know. It seems like it's not as good as it was in the olden days when not as many people were streaming. But either way, this way we can reward the people who do sub because that's so important. So great. I'm so grateful. So that's my way of showing it. All right, I'm getting out colors. I'm going to get out shadow flesh. I'm going to switch out these lids. I got these new lids and I love them so much. I'm going to use all of the ones I have here. These are new lids from Monument, and they twist and then they have a dropper. And they've been amazing. I love them. Hi, Pantateca. If you haven't had a chance, go over to Pantateca at Instagram.com because she's got some cool models that she's been working on from like basically the Final Fantasy genre. I really think that you've been doing such a nice job on those. Hi, Carlos. How are you? Is it evening? Oh, wait, yes, you're in Europe. I keep forgetting. I'm so sorry, Carlos. For some reason, I keep thinking you're from Brazil, but you're not. I'm sorry. There we go. We're switching the lids. Let's do some of this. This makes it so much easier to just drop, and then I don't have to sit and pick the crust of paint off the top. And then the lightest one, well, yeah, we'll use the lightest one. Thank you so much. Super happy these models are well received. Yeah, you should be. You should be really happy because they're very nice. I've been really enjoying looking at the, it's almost like watching a series. You know, what's Pandateca gonna do next? It's exciting. I need a pastel yellow. These are for my skin tones, right? We always use these. This isn't the best pastel yellow because it's kind of got a little bit of a green tone to it, but I think it will work for our needs. Morsk, hi, how are you? There we go. I really like these bottles. What was going to be next? I need some, a little bit of transparent red and a little bit of, so when you take transparent red, this is the transparent red, and you mix a tiny drop of transparent purple. That's blue, that's not, here's purple, transparent purple, you get a magenta. Hi, Double Fruity. New caps, they look more convenient. I think so. I think the main thing is that these old caps, you would twist them, and look, I'm twisting, and it's got this piece of crusty paint on the top. And I don't know, we have to use the new ones to see if it even makes a difference. So we'll see. I don't know. Where's my, okay, so I got the, oh, so let's mix this magenta. We're gonna have fun today. Okay, so I have questions for you guys. Ooh, that's really pretty. Look at that magenta. For those of you guys who are bilingual or trilingual, what is your country's word for magenta? I'm just curious. I want to know if it's similar. Less chance of getting crud in your paint. Yes, exactly. Just magenta, our staff. How do you, is it, what language? Okay, but I don't know how to pronounce that. Magenta? Would it be magenta in German or magenta? Portuguese, Brazil. Ah, magenta. So it looks like it's the same, but I have a feeling I have to pronounce it. Oh, magenta. Okay, so good. I got that right. And then, is it magenta in Portuguese, or is it magenta? Magenta with a hard G. Ah, in Soviet Russia, magenta paint you. With the hard G, not a G. A G. Ah, okay. Magenta. In Portuguese, just the A is said a little different. So, magenta. Magenta? Ma from Spanish, as you said, and the latter part is closer to the English. Magenta. Oh, magenta. Magenta. Cool. This is really fun. Okay. What else? I need turquoise. Turquoise. Feel free to educate me on the alternate language words for turquoise. I'm curious. This one can't be the same in all the other languages. Magenta is very similar, but I bet turquoise is different. You've never had to say magenta. Magenta in Spanish. Yeah, magenta. Magenta. Hi, Rebel Star. How are you? Pip Chirpington. That's a great name. Hello. Same spelling, but we say turquoise. Turquoise. Oh, that sounds amazing. Turquoise. Turquoise. Oh, okay, so here's the funny thing. I have this phenomenon, and tell me if anybody else has never noticed this with yourselves. There are some words and accents that just feel good on my brain. And I don't know if it's some kind of not misphonia, but like, what is it called when you like feel words? Lex D, hello. When I first started talking to Australian people, their accent felt like really musical and really good to my brain. But like turquoise, that makes like my arms tingle. It's so weird. Did I put the yellow? I did. Now I just need, and I got the magenta. Okay. Magenta. Yay. How are you, Lex D? We're just getting our skin tone colors. So I have a magenta here in place, and I have turquoise, and I have a pastel yellow. Do you think it's possible to gain a little money with lobby for escape to the horrible job? Lex, I guess, how do you mean? Like, so you want to gain money with this hobby? I will tell you, it's possible, but everybody and their mom is doing that exact same thing right now. So it's so saturated. Everybody who lost their jobs jumped on Twitch and is trying to be commission painter right now. So if you're going to do it, you got to do it differently than everybody else is going to do it. Turquesa. Oh, see? That word sounds so good to me. Turquesa. Turquesa. I love it. Oh, sure. Thank you. I mean, I'm just being honest because there's ways to do this in a different way. You're just going to have to be really original and really, really dedicated. Like, yeah. I mean, the other thing is I think people are kind of holding on to money right now because we're in an economic downturn. Like, even my commissions have, like, really slumped. And I will be straight up honest with you. This is my full-time job, but my husband supports me full-time. So I don't have to make very much, and we can still get by. So if you have a spouse that's supporting you, you do it, Hi, Lucy. I am doing well. We're getting ready to paint this guy. We're going to paint him. You got your Chimera set today? They look posh. Oh, cool. I need a commission from them. I'm not sponsored by Chimera at all. And I didn't even know if they'd be interested, so I don't know. That's awesome that you got them. I've been playing around with them. I think I need a little bit of slow dry. I'm going to put a little bit of slow dry on my palette here, and that way I can grab it as I need it. See how it's right here, and I can pull that and glaze my matte colors out a little bit more. Glasses are off, and I'm just going to put that same lighter color on the belly, and I'm going to hope that, yeah, that's going to work good. Okay, I'm going to do the face. I need a little bit more. I start on the nose because the nose, no matter what, is going to be the brightest part. And you can kind of all test out how bright everything else is going to be. And then I'll pull down from the forehead. And then I'll make like little triangles, kind of. You have to blend them though. You can't just leave them as triangles. Leave those. Okay, and then I'm going to take some of that darker color that was originally on his face to blend that in a little bit, so you don't get those hard lines. This is the hardest part of this. He's so tiny. Ignatius Grugel, Grolger, how can I say that? Ignatius Grolger, thank you for the follow. What's slow dry? Oh, hold on. I will tell you. Everything is behind me now, and so it's easy to reach. So, if you live in Europe, Julio Cabos is the one who told me to start using like drying retarder. If you live in Europe, just get Amsterdam, and it's really nice quality. If you live in the US, Amsterdam is crazy, crazy expensive. Don't get Amsterdam, but get this. It's called, here, I'm going to show it on thing. It's called True Flow by Saks Drying Retarder. You get a huge bottle. It's made in the US, 16 ounces. It's 474 millimeter. If you go into my profile, I've got a link to my affiliate Amazon list, and this is in it. And you can just click on it, and it's right there. It's like $8 for this huge bottle, and I'll never use all of this. Like I put it in this, and I'm like, look, I mean, this is how long you can't see it, but I've had this bottle so long, and it's only up to here. It's like right there. I barely use it, so you don't need that much, but if you do want to use it, it's really, really nice quality. Chimera seems to be preferred paint over at the KDM Discord. You went all in on Vallejo Game Color. So Vallejo Game Color is nice. I have all of those. Not every single paint in that line is great. Some of the yellows are a little streaky, but if you also have the Chimera, or if you also have other colors, it'll work fine with that. Just, you know, pick and choose what you like. Pip Chirpington says, weird, I have good brush control. I can do good edge highlights and simple OSL and glazing, but I love dry brushing. The models I've enjoyed the most are the ones I've dry brushed from start to finish. Anyone else feel like that? Pip, that's awesome. Don't ever let anybody tell you that dry brushing is I mean, there's nothing wrong with dry brushing. In fact, if you go to Bohun is a very kind of well-known KDM painter. He dry brushes like all the time. That's kind of, he's made it into kind of a technique. So, you know, if you like dry brushing, do it. And you can get to the point where you're so good at it that it looks amazing. Doesn't matter if it's dry brushing. I like to dry brush stuff with a lot of texture. So I kind of save, here, I'll show you something I dry brushed. I just finished this, and I just posted this today on my social media. This is the model. I dry brushed this little rock, and I think rocks and stuff like that look awesome dry brushed. And then you just pick out a little bit of the detail. But yeah, I like to dry brush too. We did an entire model using Bohun's technique. We did an entire like true metallic metal. And it came out really cool. You can find that video on my YouTube. We're like, WWBD, what would Bohun do? Okay, I'm painting his little baby face, tiny face. But, okay, so the only thing with drying retarder is sometimes it will reactivate, so be sparing with it. Try not to use it a ton. Here, I'm going to let that. So most of this light's coming from the side, so I'm trying to get most of this side well lit. Let's go back with this darker color here. Glaze it. My purpose, I'm kind of using it as a smoothing medium. Hi, Painting Cricks. You completely suck at dry brushing? It is a tool. It is a technique, just like anybody. I wouldn't call it only Bohun's Pip Chirpington. I just think he uses it a lot. It's like his primary go-to thing is dry brushing. He's pretty much mastered it as a painting tool. You know, everybody has the things that work the best for them. And I also say paint to your temperament. Paint however it's going to be the most fun for you, because that's going to make you want to paint more. Right? Get his little baby lip there. There we go. I don't know why I'm saying that so much. So this is for my personal game. So if we ever get a chance to play Kingdom Death ever again, I keep trying to like get around to organizing an online game, because now I have the new whatchamacallit that Poots put out, the Showdown tracker thing that he made. But I'm not very organized. Oh, we got a YouTube follower. See, whenever anybody goes, thank you for following on my YouTube. If that's one of you Twitch followers, you can check out that that Bohun video. I think it was a scale 75 model that we painted. It was like a cyborg girl. It was pretty cool. Yes, Lucy. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Bogus Bohun, but yes. Yay! Agu Saku. I know. I hope I'm not pronouncing it. Starting with, since I was donated a bunch, but there are no bright primary colors. Took you a while to find a place that even sold it. Only thing I need now is the blood and fire. Oh, okay. It's probably you. You can't find the message me on Twitch, Pip, and I'll send you a link to it once stream is over. It's pretty cool. I think I don't know if I listed it. I'm trying to get better at putting descriptions in my videos. It's actually something Sneaky said she's going to help me with. So, but right now all my old videos are not properly labeled. They just have titles and that's it. So it's a good incentive to get back in there and do it. All right, so I don't know what I'm doing here, but I feel like I'm not getting some of the depth I want on this model. Let's get the back. I think, there we go, that's better. The purpose of having that green is so that you eventually have some depth, because the green color will recede and the peach color will come forward. It's kind of a color theory trick. All right, that looks decent enough. Check really quick. It's probably. Thank you for following Toombanjo VT. Is that how I say your name? Or Tom Banjo? Tom Banjo VT, Vermont? I think I got it right. Pixie, whoa, it has been forever. This just in. Turns out Pip Chippington is incompetent in Twitch. Oh no. More on this as it develops. How do you message somebody? Here, I will message you. I'll try to anyway. Here, whisper you. It says whisper. Is it gonna let me whisper you? Bear with me. See, now I'm even having trouble. Let me try this. There we go. I'm gonna whisper you. Nope, it's not gonna let me. There it is. Okay. I will whisper you. Hello. Whisper, whisper. There. Now you should get a little. Oh, I just accidentally typed whipster. You should get a little message at the top of your screen that shows it, and now you'll be able to message me. Okay. Bear with me. We're getting there. How are you doing, Pixie? It has been a hot minute since we saw you in our channel. There you go. Toes. And of course, I always mess up the fingers because they're kind of hidden. So I know that people from the UK and Europe like to talk about the weather. We're going to talk about the weather in a minute. Thank you for the host, lady. Appreciate it. Where is... I need some icon flesh shade is what I need. Am I going to be able to find it is a whole different question. Ugh, maybe not. I've got Shoshie violet. That's not good. We're going to use this. This is the transparent brown. It'll be okay. Just a drop. So, we were going to talk about the weather. So right now in Illinois, we had about a week of just terrible, nasty, cloudy grossness. And now we've had, oh no! You fell off. I can glue it. I think we had this nice glue bottle with our tack, and I think this is such a better plan than before. Anyway, my point was, next week we're going to be having all the smoke from California. It's crazy. With the weather, it's just amazing how much that stuff affects the weather. Okay, we're going to hold that. If it had been you, he would have landed in the paint. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't. You live near the fires and it's been incredibly scary. The sky looks terrifying, like a nuclear winter. Oh, bless you, C.R. Pearson. I'm so sorry. And I don't know if you guys have heard, but we've also had something going on in Louisiana. I think there was a storm, and there have been swarms of mosquitoes that have been so thick, they've been killing whole cows and deer. Like, that's how bad it is. It's crazy. We're just having all kinds of bad stuff happen this year. Ash Cadellin! First time you've been able to catch a stream for ages. Resub hype. Resub hype. Yay! And I said your name right, Ash. There we go. Yay! Yeah. So, just to let my subs know, we're doing a subscriber giveaway on Wednesday. What are we going to give away? Oh, I have paints. I'll show you what we're going to give away on Wednesday. This is for our subscribers. Hold on, let me find them. Look at this. Monument Metallics. Monument Metallic paints. And these are really some of the best metallics I've ever used. Very much love their metallics. Lamuna sent me his Dark Star paints, and I like them. They're pretty nice, but I still think these are better in my opinion. Giveaway preview hype! Yeah! Yes. So this subscriber is going to get this. So if you're not a subscriber, we do have follower giveaways once a month on the first stream of the month. So our next follower giveaway will be on the 2nd of October. Can you believe it's October? It's crazy. Yeah, more paints. Double Fruity had some good luck. Pro acryls are the only metallics I like. I like a lot of metallics, but I just really like the Pro acryl. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some, see how thin this is? I'm thinning out this transparent brown so thin that it's just going to be glazed over. It really isn't going to do too much except for kind of give us a little filter to blend some of those lighter transitions, especially on the face. I think grab a little bit more of this. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to apply these lighter colors to the volumes and see if I can carefully blend them in. Oh, that reminds me, up here above, if you have anything that you'd like to give to help support my music drive, we're going to try to get some more metal music, and even $5 goes a long way. I mean, $5–10 is you know, just so we can get that little bar moving across, because it's been kind of stagnant, and that's okay. I'm not like pressuring people, but it'd be nice to have some more metal music. And I know you guys like the music that we get for the channel, because you know I don't use any copyrighted music. All the music that I use is copyrighted for this channel, which is amazing. And so we're also supporting another creative person, and the guy I'm going to have do our metal, he's actually usually does a lot of gigs around London, but he has had to start driving and delivering pizza because the pandemic has made it so that he doesn't have any gigs. So I think it'd be that much more awesome if we were able to help him make music, which is his love, and we get some awesome metal for the channel. So that's my little pitch. I'm gonna start mentioning that once per stream, just so people, you know, have that in mind once in a while. All right, I think I'm just gonna do a few more little spots. Because you guys are the ones that voted on the metal music too. So I'd like to be able to give that to you. Since we only have we have 3 Japanese metal tracks and like maybe 2 regular metal tracks, I think. I'd like to get some more variety. Okay. We're just building up those colors little by little. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Do I have a preferred matte varnish? I don't have a preferred one. I've been experimenting with some new ones because my preferred one is no longer available in the same formula. Although I did hear Kenny say, so I've got a couple. I'll show you the ones that I've got. There are 3. Where's the third one? Hang on. Like I said, I've just got some new stuff here to organize my things. That was all thinners. So I have, oh, thank you, Rumble. Thank you so much. That's gonna go toward our metal music. That is awesome. So it's for the love of the stream. Yay, guys, give some hype for that, because that is awesome. I need to adjust this. So 139 plus 25. And you'll have to forgive me because I'm a little dyscalculate. I have to add this on my paper here. 9 plus 5 is almost 10. So that's, wait, 14. See, this is a dyscalculate person trying to do math. 5, 6, 164 out of on our goal. Yeah, thanks for all the meadow. Thank you. And candy. Yes, and candy. Streaming candy. Yay. Ashke Dillon says, I'm running a bath at the moment, so I'm going to try to be very well shortly. Oh, that's good. Oh, anyway, so I was talking about this Mecha Matte varnish, and it's an airbrush varnish. You can use it brush on, but it's obviously meant to be atomized through an airbrush. It is really, really, really matte, and it's also kind of a little bit of a pain to clean out of the airbrush, so I don't use it a lot. And then I also been using this, which is really hard for Americans to get. It's not cheap either, but I like it because it's clear and it's UV cut, which means that anything sprayed with this is going to be protected from UV light. So it's going to not fade, which I really like, and it's very flat. Then James Wobble told me that he used, no, not this one. Dang it. Wait. This one. James Wobble, no, this is gloss. There is, and I just ordered some new. So not this brand, or sorry, not this gloss, but the Army Painter makes anti-shine, which I really like. And he says that's all he uses for his matte varnish. Oh, I found it. This one. Anti-shine acrylic varnish. And he says that's all he uses. And a little, I guess, goes a long way. And you can airbrush it. It says war paints have been developed for perfectly match the color primer spray. Oh, that's what it's, that's right. This company has a color primer spray. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I've been using that. And then I also used to use, and I don't see it anywhere. I used to use the Testors Dull Coat. Well, here it is, right in front of my face. Testors Dull Coat, but they changed the formula. Although Kenny says they have a new label and they are making it with the old formula. So I don't know. I like Testors a lot. If you like Testors, you'll also like Mr. Super Clear, but again, it's expensive and it's hard to get because it's Japanese. It's very hard to get. And then Vallejo Mecha Varnish is really nice, and they're all good. They're all good. And of course, Army Painter. If you want American brands, I believe, is Testors, anybody know Testors American brand? It is. Made in Rockford, Illinois. Oh, it's Illinois even. So both Army Painter and Testors are American made. Vallejo Spanish. And Mr. Super Clear is Japanese. Let me see what it says here. Yep, it's Barcelona. Barcelona. Yep. Okay. So those are my different matte varnishes, and now I keep them right here so I can easily find them where I need to have them. Put them on my little shelf behind me. You have some Testors, but if you've not used it yet, you'll see what's available in the UK. Vallejo Mecca varnish is available in the UK. I know that. I don't know about the other three. Oh, you can get Army Painter. This is probably the cheapest Bachelor. This anti-shine. I'm pretty sure you can get Army Painter, but this is also American made. But you can get this in the UK too, I believe. You like the Mecca varnish as well? You love it? That's awesome. All right, see how we're building up his colors? I'm going to use a little bit of this pink. I'm going to mix it. Try to get, I'm going to try my 2 steps up and 1 step down technique where I go really high up with the value. I'm going to make small things, break up the quads. Okay. Oops, I just got some on a sword. Cool. Okay. So got that. It's dried already. We're going to take that mix of the drying retarder with a little bit of that darker pink, and I'm just going to glaze over the whole thing to see if it softens that at all. It looks like it does. Good. Very nice. And I might just go in here and just try to blend out a little bit of these so I don't have the harsh lines. Okay. Let's try that again. I like that. On the belly. Doing it on this side more because he's got that lantern, and I'm hoping that that will make it seem like it's more lit. Let that dry. That dries really fast because it's a light color. Those colors always dry fast. Okay, and hopefully it will dry fast enough that I can just, ooh, that's too thick. There we go. All right, I'm gonna look at chat. Yeah, Vallejo is easy enough to get in the UK. Testors was a bit hard to get when you tried a few years back. Pip Trippington says, Army Painter seems to be from Denmark. Their webpage lists a Danish street address. Are you sure? That seems strange. Let's see. Yeah, you're right. Made in the EU. Denmark. I never knew that. Well, that's cool to know. I just know that, so I guess I assumed it was American because it's so easy to get here. But you're right. Thank you for that, Pip. Bachelor has a standard, Vallejo standard matte, but it appears to start mixing the paint on the model when you don't have an airbrush. Oh, yeah. Huh, I wonder if there's something in it that breaks it down a little bit. Lucy says, Batalur, for Mr. Hobby stuff in the UK, I use Scale Model Shop, and she has the link, but we don't allow links unless a mod puts it in there. So Lucy, if you want to give Batalur the link, give it to one of our mods like Rumble. Who else is on that's a mod? Is it only Rumble? I think it's only Rumble. Miss McGlue, Armor Painter is a Denmark company. JNR Max says, mix your varnish 50-50, water varnish, and spray through your airbrush. Wait, I gotta take notes. Hold on a second. That's really good advice. So mix varnish with 50-50 water and spray through the airbrush around 20 psi. Use a 0.02 nozzle. I can never tell what I have. I just get what I get. You get a really flat coat, no shine whatsoever. Do a trial run first. Change the pressure up or down. Thank you for that, Mac. Army Painter Varnish also works with Vallejo too. Nice. Good. All right, that's helpful. You guys are great. I like getting all the extra advice. All right, glasses are off again. If you need my attention, don't forget to just do at Shoshie's Mini so I make sure to see it. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit of that pink. I'm gonna hit the top of his nose. I'm gonna go with the bottom of his chin just a little bit. This is all pretty tricky. The top lip. And those little bits under the eyes. That little bit above the forehead. And then this is the trickiest part, is getting that just a little bit of a dot on the bottom lip. Okay, now take that glaze water of the darker color. That's much better. Oh, that's bright. Why is that so bright? Okay. I'm going to try to blend this in. That looks good. I like that. Just that darkness actually brings it quite a bit of contrast, and it makes it look cool. But it needs to have contrast, right? All right, let's get these toes. Just do it on the sides of the toes. At least on this side. All right. The tops of the knuckles, because those are going to be lit up by the light. The thing about Kingdom Death is you're always working on skin tones, aren't you? All right, I need a little bit of black on my palette. I think I'm going to put, do I have the black in the tube? Yes, I do. Awesome. Oh my gosh. I'm really in love with these new bottles. So easy. Someone at my artist workshop told me that dirty brush water is one of the best matting agents. That's true. That is true. What all did they say about that, Pip? Because it's a little bit about the, you got to use it right? I've heard of people using dirty water, brush water for weathering too, but you never tried it. And then Insanely Handsome says, Pip, test it out on a mini. You don't care about it. Use those little toy animals when you're doing something that could be devastating. Another thing you can do is just try it on the sprue or something too. All right, around his waist, I'm going to go in with this black and cut in and get my dark lines. And what else was I going to use black for? Now I don't even remember. I'm just going to cut in. Yep. Yay! We got a new follower. Insanely Handsome, thank you for following. You really like that name, don't you? Insanely Handsome. What do the other male streamers think of it? It's cute. Alright, I'm gonna mix a little bit of this black, put this in here. Gotta appreciate some awesome paintwork. Thank you. We feel threatened and strangely attracted. I love it. Before I go further with the skin, I feel like I need to start working on the leathers and the different cloths and things. Do you think I should go? I feel like it's been so boring in the past when I've used leather. I feel like I want to paint his... I want to paint it white. I want to show you guys how to paint white in a cool way. You know? Do you guys want to see that, or do you think leather would be better? I'm open. Let's do some of this. I'm gonna use some Khmer because this is such a beautiful golden yellow. There we go. White, please. Currently struggling with it. Okay. So he's already got his Zenthal. So the trick with white is to paint the shadows with colors. So we're gonna pick out some colors. It's because he's got a lantern. I think we're gonna use purples. We're gonna use purples for our shadows. I'm gonna use, let's take the top off of these old paints. This will be pretty, I think. We'll see. There we go. I'm going with the opposite color because it's gonna look kind of cool. Here's a dark purple. Ooh. Can I get that off without making a mess? I can. So, let's do this. Yep, definitely go for cool new stuff. Warm white or cold white? Good question. Well, I think we're going to have a little bit of both because the lantern light is going to be shining. That's going to be warm. And then the cold white is going to be in the shadows. I don't know. We're going to experiment and see. I'm just going to take a little bit of this warm gray. I need another top. Did I run out of tops? I think I did. I did. Ooh, oh wait, no, here they are. Keep putting these on the thing. Here, I'll put these old ones in here. I need more. Next time I order from Monument, I need to get more toppers. Okay. I'm in love. I'm in love. Excellent answer. Yeah, you don't know yet until you get there. We're gonna use a bunch of these colors. to see what happens. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do in here, I'm going to use some of this purple and some of this light purple. And I'm going to go, glasses in the paint. I'm going to start painting in those shadows now, and then I'm going to lighten up later. There's my metal song, right when I need to chill, right? See, I'm just going to add in some of that lighter purple. Okay. Now, I'm feathering this off, kind of blending it into the white that's already on the primer. It's going to be a strange thing at first. See how I smooth that? I just keep wiping that off until it's just tinted. Okay. Now, I need my other colors. I'm going to use this gray. This is the gray. We're going to start up here. Start highlighting with the gray, and if I need to make it lighter later, I will. See, I need more purple in these, especially way over here in these dark shadows. It's been a long time since I've tried to paint like this. This is kind of my old style, but it's really, it's a cool way of painting. So yeah, there's my dark purple. Let's put a little bit of this lighter purple where we want that dark purple to be lighter. See where the it's a little pink. That's okay. That's really purple. But we're going to let that dry. We've got some of the gray in there already. Aww. Ash Cadellen says, laying in the bath and hearing the phrase insanely handsome does wonders for a guy's ego. Pip says, I forgot to clean this tank before painting and now it has grass flock embedded in the paint scheme. Oh. I think the lore on it is that it's going to be used as an agriculture harvest servitor. That's a good one. I like that. Hi, all right, backside. We're doing good. All right, so we've got our purple. I need more purples in here. We're trying to kind of give an explanation on painting. This is not, I would not paint all white like this. I'm just giving you, so when I paint white, I try to paint the shadows in a color. That's kind of how I start. And I'm going to use some of this purple here as one of my shadow colors. And then I'm going to go off in here where it's real dark and be a dark gray. See? When I get done with it though, it's going to read as white. We'll see. We'll see. All right, we're getting into the darker purples. Okay, and then I'm going to go with the lighter purple. Kind of wet blend. Oh, big cat hair. Boop. There we go. How are you doing, all right, backside? Hopefully having a good day. How's the weather in your part of England? Okay. See? We can also go in here with this gray and neutralize our colors a little bit. which is what it does. Use a little bit more of this purple over here. Where's that purple? Here we go. Okay. Notice that I feather it into the white, and then I'm wiping off like almost all of it, but it's got that kind of thin purple to it still. All right. Pretty nice here. You got a mini heat wave. Oh, wow. That's good. All right. This is where we get into the whites trickiness. We don't start out with white. We're going to start out with an ivory. Here, this is bright ivory. Do I have a regular ivory? I don't think I do. Wait, is this ivory? This is regular ivory. Let's start out with regular ivory and then work our way up. No Too Humid. We'll buy as soon as in stock again. I just placed an order for some Turbo Dark paints. I wanted to tell you guys that. All right, so we're going to take this ivory. We're going to mix it with some of our color and some of our gray to get kind of an off gray color. It's got a little bit of the purple in it though. And now we're going to start hitting that real highlight. Okay, watch. Blend this completely in so there's no harsh lines. And then again with the ivory, the gray. There we go. Oy vey. I need more of this gray, so I'm going to mix that with my ivory so that it's smooth. Okay, so now what you can see, these colors starting to come in. You can kind of come in here and start picking out that highest highlight, right? But we're still not using the bright white. We're just using kind of a grayed out white. It's got a little gray, it's got a little pinkish color, the magenta in it. But we're hitting that highest highlight with this. Kind of have to let your eyes go over it. Okay, so there we got midtones, right? Go back in here again with the highlights. Woo! This is one of those days where my brain and my eyes do not want to work. Okay. What I mean by that when I say that is that sometimes I don't want to, like my brain doesn't want to talk when I'm painting, and it gets really difficult. Okay. See, we're building it up much lighter now. I like that. There's a lot less color going on this side. We're only hitting the bright highlights on this side because it wouldn't really have all that light hitting everything else. Okay, so I'm picturing the light from the lantern. We're gonna get to that though. Woo. Weird on says it's in stock. Yep. All right. So now I'm going to use more of this ivory, and we're going to start picking out the bright highlights. See? Wherever it is going to transition, we'll just blend it, you know, lightly blend it. This is with the ivory. I'm keeping that brightest ivory on the edge of the cloth, right? Because that's where the light's all hitting. You just imagine that your eyes are the sun, and that's what's hitting that light. So is it anybody here in this channel happen to be in middle school, probably aged 13 through 15 in 2005? Because I'm watching this show. I've been watching this show that I really, really love. It's called Pen 15. It's so funny, and it's about these middle school kids that it's set in 2001. Anyway, they're coming out with season 2, which is going to be set in 2002. Anyway, it's so funny. And they deal with all the same stuff in middle school. It's almost painful. All right, there we go. Sounds like a pen. Yes, it is. All right. Backside. Pen 15. That's exactly what it is. You made it look easy. You'll have to fight. So it's so the hard part is kind of keeping the blends nice. Now, so this still isn't white, right? I'm going to add just a tiny bit of yellow, right? Because of the light from the lantern, and only where it's like really close to the lantern, because I'm imagining, because otherwise it's going to read as too yellow. But having those colors in there changes everything, right? Just a little bit of that. Can you guys see it? Let's take some of this yellow, and we're going to put this. Okay, so when you think about what's the hottest spot of the lantern, it's going to be the whitest. So that you're going to put this in the farthest corner, so that he's tilting it. So you have to think about it like light is like a liquid, right? And so this actually might be right here, because it's kind of, well, no, shoot, I messed that up. We'll just go ahead and put it on the whole side here. Think about light as a liquid. That helps a lot. And notice I made the lantern white before we started painting it all together. This, yeah, it's going to be like that. And then when we can add some of that ivory to it a little bit, right? so it gets softer. More ivory without as much yellow. And now it's nice and soft. Bear with me. Flip it around, do it on all sides. Okay. I don't think I want too much orange. Do I want orange? Let's get a little bit of transparent orange. Put that over here. There we go. Let me look at chat. You were 15 in 2004. That's perfect. So in 2002, so here's the funny thing, Ashkadon. The girls who are playing these middle school kids are your age now. So they're playing themselves as middle school kids, and so it's really funny. They obviously have to be careful with how they do things because everyone else who is in the middle school is actually the correct age. Right? Just these two girls who are the stars are playing themselves, which is so funny. See how I'm just edging that to give that warm glow? I feel like lanterns are kind of tricky. Everybody wants to know how to paint them, so it's good to watch. So you're going to put that orange in between them for sure. Anyway, it's a very nostalgic show. Like the girls are using gel pens and they have belly rings, and I mean it's just so funny. Anyway, like I said, season 2 is coming out on the 18th. I'm going to be watching it. It's going to be amazing. Great, let's do that a little bit. There we go. So we got our glow happening. I need some more ivory because that got a little crazy right there. There we go. Boom. I like it. That purple is really looking cool now, especially when we add a little bit of yellow to these highlights. It's really making a glow. I put a little bit of yellow in my ivory. It's funny because this month was going to be my 30th high school reunion, but they had to cancel it because of COVID. 30 years I have been out of high school. That's a long time. I'm old. All right, more yellow, a little bit more yellow here because of the purple. It will kind of glow out a little bit. Don't think I have changed much since 18, but photos say otherwise. Perhaps I would play myself as a 15-year-old. I know, isn't that funny, our stuff? When people see me, my brother says they think I'm the youngest, which makes him mad. I know I haven't changed, just a few extra pounds. You're lucky. Stay out of the sun. I always say us geeks, we don't go in the sun a lot, which is kind of a boon. We end up looking young, you know. Oop, there we go. That's too much yellow. I'm wiping off as much as I'm putting on in this case. Your attitude hasn't changed much. Yeah, that's good. Stay youthful. Do you guys feel like it looks kind of... Let's do one more thing. Let's get some actual white. This is the trick. When you're painting white, hardly use any white. Oh, I'm gonna take that off. There we go. I'm gonna put a tiny bit of white, but it's gonna be so small. You'll see what's gonna happen is this. See how bright that is? It's so faint. We just need a tiny bit of it. All right, so where we're going to put this is, let's put this on the right edges. Just tiny amounts. Teeny, teeny. I'm going to use this edge right here. It's kind of like edge highlighting. I think it is. Keep the rest of it that pale color, that pale yellow. And then just that little ridge. And that's really going to set off the white. See, it's slowly starting to read as white, which is what I want. A little bit more up here. Same thing here. It really helps to look at cloth, draw cloth on its own. Hold on. See, as we get closer to the actual light, it can be a little bit more white. Does it feel like it's white? I like the idea of the intimacy couple in whites. Let's put a little purple here because I want that color, but I don't want it to be a dark purple. A little bit of pink. And we can also mix that with our white to get a lighter pink. Perfect, just like that. Yay. I'm smoothing things out as I'm going. There we go. Slowly. Okay, so again, we're thinking about where the light is. Taking a little bit of this ivory and starting to hit the edges of where that is facing the lantern. If you have a flashlight or a torch on your phone, you can point it at your model, the direction that the lanterns are, and it will help you kind of see where the light needs to be touching. See? Isn't that lovely? Sorry. Yay, we got a new follower. It's me, Karine. Is it Karina or is it Corinne? I want to make sure I'm saying your name right. I know a lot of people named Corinne, and I know Karina. So tell me if I'm saying it right. What's the secret to look young? Live in the dark, tons of coffee, barely sleeping. Ash Cadellan says, I get sunburnt when it's raining. Irish-Scottish parentage kind of forces a geeky lifestyle. Yeah. Do you have red hair, Ash? Reddish hair? A Double Free says, avoid wrinkles by maintaining an emotionless, deadpan expression all times. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, so as we're building this up, we can slowly add a little bit more of that soft yellow back to the edges wherever that light is hitting him. And it's still reading as white, I think. I could be wrong. Let's get some actual white in here and start piping up these folds. There we go. Much better. Oh yeah, that's much better. That's a true edge highlight right there. Now it's really reading as white. Now back over here, you've got to get some of that white wherever that yellow is. Okay, what happens when we take some of the yellow and ivory and we're going to go back up here? We need more white. See, those highlights are tiny. And they can be kind of stark because this is candlelight, and candlelight's going to create harsh shadows. And he's got some kind of, oh, it's like a little wishbone. Oh my god, I love it. Wishbone for good luck. So I need to go back in with a little bit of that yellow, just a smidge. See, that's too much yellow. There we go. Boy, did anybody else's weekend just kind of fly by? Oh, I really like this. So all of these bright highlights make me want to go back in. I'm going to take a little of this transparent brown and a little bit of purple, mix it together to get kind of a dirty brown purple. And I'm going to go up here under his arm and just give that nice dark shadow, because that light should be causing a dense shadow. And it's also going to look more impressive. Same thing down here. Get these harsh shadows in here. Like that. You have to think. I have to think a lot. Sometimes I don't like to think. Sometimes I like to just color. Doing the dark shadow down the back. This whole side of the arm might not even be bright because it is shadowed, so we can shade this side of the leg as well. It's funny because we spent so much time building up those highlights, and now we're kind of blending them out. That's okay. It's more interesting. Now, again with the shadow on this side of the face, maybe. Yeah, I like that. Hello, welcome, Quillets. Thank you for the follow. Echoside, hello. Hello. Somebody needs to show Echoside. We have an emote. We have an emote for that. There we go. Here's your emote. Hello, hello. Karini. It's your girlfriend's account. Okay, no problem. But it's not you, Karini. But welcome. You have a ginger beard, but nut brown hair. My mom and sister both auburn, dark ginger. Nice. My husband has a very ginger beard, but his hair is more what would you say, like, oh, I'm blanking. Strawberry blonde? Maybe not quite. All right, I'm going to go ahead with this guy's hair and put in this dark transparent brown. I need my glasses off or I'm not going to be able to see what I'm doing. There we go. A lot of his hair is really dark, so I'm going to add some purple in here. We can go back in with the actual brown, but that way the purples are in the hair for the shadows, and we can highlight up with the brown. We'll let that dry. Kind of want to use some other colors too. I'm going in with that brown color, and he's got the tiniest eyes, so I'm just gonna pop that into the eyes a little bit. Color those lips. I'm gonna go back, highlight the lip, the bottom lip, but I paint the whole thing at first. Try to get some muscle definition. We lost it. Again, the shadows would be kind of harsh. I need some yellow on his skin. That's better. I mixed a little bit of that transparent color with it. That is much better. This is the OSL now we're getting into. So that yellow is now glinting off the skin, but we had to paint the skin first. Then we'll put a little bit on this leg, not a lot. Imagine that there's a sphere around the light, and you're going to start painting everything within the sphere with that little bit of that yellow on it. Right? But the sphere, the further you get away from the center of the sphere, the fainter the yellow is, because it's moving away, right? It's looking good. Let's put him next to her and show you how far we've come. It's getting there. Want to paint the black on his lanterns. That will really pop the lanterns out. Watch. I'm gonna have to go back and look at chat. I'm losing track. I get in my zone. Smashed it. Tis true. Aw. People don't appreciate nonverbal communication enough. That's true. There we go. I'm just curious, so I know that there's a lot of bilingual people here in this chat. Is there anybody here who speaks 3 languages or 4? Feel free to brag. I love hearing about it. If you speak 4 or more languages fluently, and you're a true polyglot, let me know. All right, now that see how the making the lantern black around it, it really will change how that light looks. When you have that black on there, it changes the It makes the lantern seem brighter. You can try to use a non-black color, but it's going to look much better if you have a dark color around the lantern. Do programming languages count? Do you speak 4 programming languages, McGlue? That's funny. I like that. I guess they count. It's a language. I think it'd be difficult to speak to somebody in a programming language unless you would type it. But I suppose computers speak programming languages, don't they? See how I'm drawing the little, I'm using the side of my brush to draw on the little edges. I have to turn it. I really need to use my little thing. This is what I need to be using. Just gonna make it life easier and probably paint him a lot faster too. So much better. Okay, flip him again. Notice I turn the model, not the brush. All right, there's like an S or something on his lantern. Knowing Poots, that stands for something, but we don't know what. See, I'm just using the side of this brush to go over these. Ooh, that's crazy. Okay, let me look. Good afternoon, Lamunis. Don't you speak irony? English, sarcasm, bullshit, and dad jokes. Echo. You 4 languages. Ash Cadell is learning Mandarin and Brazilian Portuguese, but you're no good at either. I know a few words in Mandarin. Ash Cadell, I know Ni hao ma, which means how are you? Zai jian, which means goodbye, or is it thank you? No, Shoshie is thank you. Zai jian is I think goodbye. You want to get out of Gecko? Oh yes, we'll get out of Gecko in just a second, Batalur. You made my Disney cry. Oh, that's funny. I'm not surprised. Aww, what a sweetie. Yeah, so we're talking about, we did a video birthday greeting for Mike Disney. That's so nice. Aww. Alright, why isn't there... Okay, so there's nothing on this side that I can see. I'll just leave it. I'll just do this side. This is going to be the hardest part right here. Hold on. This is where I'm holding my breath. Okay. Whew, that was tricky. Can you guys see that little S thing that I did? Alright, now. With the white, I'm just going to do little dots and see if it makes it show up a little bit better. I don't know if this is doing anything. I'm taking the white and I'm just gonna edge highlight stuff. Edge highlight, yeah. I'm not sure if that's a good, I'm not sure if I should be edge highlighting. Actually, it's looking okay. So Luminous, no luck still. I still don't know when we're gonna be able to come out. Mike said that the plane is having its Geeky Girl Games. Thank you for the subscription. You're so awesome. Hold on, let me go ahead and whoops, I can't leave that. I'm gonna write down. Let's give some hype to Geeky Girl Games. There we go. We're going to get out of Gecko in a second here, too. Does anybody read books by Dan Abnett? No, I've not heard of him. All right, maybe I have, but I don't recognize the name. Oh, 27 months. All right, let's get out of Gecko. Let's see who is probably going to get out. Ginger Biscuit. So we've been getting Peppercorn out. We'll get out Ginger Biscuit. There's a biscuit. Oh, she's sleepy. She's so cute. There's Biscuit. She doesn't like the light. She's like, I don't like the light. Such a cutie. No worries, whenever you guys can schedule it. Yeah, we'll do. Well, it's going to be soon. We're thinking soon. And we'll make plans with Mike as well. Eisenhorn, Ravenor, and Gods of Ghosts are some of the best books. Okay. Take a look here. She's getting big. Is it just me, or is she getting bigger? She's growing. She's a chonker. Gecko. So cute. It's like whenever she does that with her eyes, she's like, too bright. Bright light, bright light. Blep, mlem, mlem. I'm trying to cover her eyes a little bit so she doesn't have so much brightness. She's the same color as me. She's such a sweetie. She's not a salamander. She's an African fat-tailed gecko. Completely different genus. And she's big. I'm trying to get her to stay on my hands. There we go. Yep, we'll do it like this. She's fledgling human, yes. Hi, Mars Cat. Boop, 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 boop. Squish, 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 squish. She's so cute. All right, I'm going to put her back. Put the smiling gecko back. There you go. She probably wants some crickets. Wants crickets. All right, we're getting good headway on this guy. Let's take a look at him again here. I think I'm going to lighten his hair into blonde. Maybe? Maybe. Let's add a little bit of this yellow to this brown. Kind of get into that orangey spot. Again, adding some more of this nice brown to his skin. All right. I'm going to do his wraps on his feet. I think I will do those. I'm debating on doing those. Let's start with gray. Let's start with gray and see what happens if we move into the different colors. We started with the purples on the other one. But I think if we also make his feet bandages gray, it will also kind of push your eye up. And we can make his arm bandages gray as well. I like that idea. Just having a difference in color a little bit. And I'm going to go back, instead of using white on those edges, I'm going to use gray. Just to see what happens. Because the white is a little bit harsh. Yeah, I think I like it a little better as gray. I can lighten that up some after the fact. All right, I'm going to take a second. I'm going to concentrate and paint these. So I might not talk while I'm trying to paint them. Get in the zone for a second. I feel like if I warn you, see, I can kind of talk and paint at the same time. There we go. Oh, gotta get this arm bandage. Interesting. It did something, didn't it? Let's go ahead and add some gray to his sword. I'm going to paint that whole sword gray for a minute, and then we're going to add that non-metallic metal to it later. I like that gray is a neutral. Okay. Add some gray and some black. Black into the shadows, some black and some... Alright, so now we've got that ivory. I'm going to add a little yellow to it. And I'm going to go and I'm going to edge highlight some of the bandages. Maybe more ivory. I'm gonna have to end up, I'm just gonna go down the center. I'm segmenting out each of those pieces. There, see how that's very sharp contrast? Again, a little bit more yellow, just a little bit. Oops. Ooh, I need more ivory, When you get too much yellow over gray, it doesn't look good. Not if you don't do it right. There we go. See, that's a lot of yellow. Come back. I love it. Okay, and the same thing. I'm going to use that ivory / yellow. Put a little bit of my light on the sword because that's a nice sharp edge. More ivory. Whoops. Oh, that's way too much yellow. Dang it. I had yellow in my paint. It's okay. I can leave it there, let it dry, and come back and add the white back in. See, watch what happens when we put the white on the very edge. Boom. Whew. Mars the Cat says, I hope you're doing well. An update on myself. I did not paint for several weeks. You need to get back into it. 30 gig STL still to print and paint. Oh, that sounds like a good time. What I recommend, Mars the Cat, is just if you don't feel like getting back into it at once and just doing it, do it on a daily basis, whether or not you do very much. Just do 15 minutes minimum, because your muscles are kind of probably out of shape for not doing it for a while. And just the habit of making yourself do it a little bit every day will help you get back into it. Look at that. I like that. Okay, now I got just enough yellow on his legs that it stands out nice. I'm going to do the same thing with his armbands. I'm picturing where the light is going to travel up the side of his arm in this direction, right? So each little piece is going to have that directional. There we go, like that. And then, oh, this is the part that's annoying. It's going to do the same thing on the side here a little bit. Just going to edge highlight some. Okay, just a little bit. And if I add that white in there now, I do want those little dots of white on the edges of those points. A little bit one here too. Oh, the white that I was meaning to put in. Just a little bit of it. Like I said, when you paint white, just use a teeny bit, teeny bit. I'm putting a little bit more around his face because guess what? I want to emphasize his face. He kind of looks like the guy who played Zuckerberg in the movie. It was like the Facebook movie, I think it was. I don't remember what it's called now, but I made him look like that somehow. Kind of funny. Okay, I need that black for his eyes because they're so small. And then under his hairline. Yeah, that's much better. some of these shadows are going to end up being really dark. Glasses back on. I think I lost my music. I think that playlist is about a lot. It's another reason why we need more music, because our playlist is only about an hour long. Yep, there we go. I want to play this one. Jesse Eisenberg. Yeah, don't you think a little bit? Just a little. Well, no, you can't see it very well. Let me fix his eyes, and then maybe he'll look a little bit more like him. When you've got such small eyes, try to make it look like he's looking to one side, because then it's not as hard. And so I've got him looking off to the side here. There we go. I'm going to give him some eyebrows because he doesn't have any eyebrows right now. That changed his whole face. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more ivory up in there. More white. The almighty white. See, we have that ivory as a transition color, so then when we do put the white on here, it doesn't look quite as blindingly white. And put just a little bit more pink on his end of his nose. Oops, that's too bright. Just a little bit on. Okay, and then on his hair, I'm going to mix a little brown with a little bit of this ivory. See what happens. I'm going to get kind of a fleshy color. Let's see what happens when I highlight his hair. Again, thinking about where the light is. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to use some of the pastel yellow on his hair too. That is very cool. And then while that's drying, I'll take my pastel brown one more time and give it a little bit of a glaze so it goes back to brown. It's got that nice bright yellow underneath it. And it pops. Okay. Just put a little bit of this brown in there too. That makes it feel like it's a little bit warmer, that brown, kind of like a toasty warmth. Where's my white? Okay. He's mostly painted in the front. Let's do the last bit. I'm going to use the ivory again on his bandages in the front. I can mix a little bit of that gray with it to even make it a smoother transition. Like that. And then on the back, just a little bit, because there's not very much light on the back, but it's just a little bounce light. Right, and same thing. Anywhere there's going to be a little pop, could be just this light gray off-white color here. But because it's so dark, it doesn't have as much pop as a white would. I hope that makes sense. I'm putting more white on this part, again, because the lantern is close. Okay. And it's still white. It's just shadowed white back here. So you're not going to have as much, see, it's still white back there. Boom. Whew. Okay, I'm going to show you something that's going to really change this model. It's crazy how it does this, but when we paint the base black, it really makes things completely different. Actually, I'm not going to paint the entire base black. First, I'm going to put some yellow down. You cannot paint eyes. They never look good. Hi, Double Chronox. You had moved all your crafts to your living room and water started leaking from your roof into your den. Oh no, it's like a swap meet. I understand. Like I rearranged my whole studio too, and my stuff looks like a swap meet as well. It's not as bad as yours with the leak, at least. Okay. Put a little bit of this yellow down. And then add some of this ivory. Because I want to pastel it out. Pastel it out. There we go. I'm going to take some of this gray. Ah! Did you see? Dang it. Pay no attention. We're going to mix that gray and that yellow together a little bit so we get a little bit of a green. I'm going to put a little bit of purple. Transition to the purple a little bit. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Where's my gray? Gray plus yellow equals green. Kind of a poopy green. All right, more ivory. This is so hard. More gray. And I'm going to try to wet blend. See how I wet blend that? So it's just trying to be a little bit more smooth and not as chunky as it was for a minute ago. There we go. All right, now that I have that kind of done, I can go back into the rest over here and really add the black. This is tricky. I'm going to add a little bit of purple too. Blackish purple will be nice. Nice and contrasty. Holy cow. Try to fuzz that into my gray. It's going to be easier to fuzz it into the gray than it would be the yellow. There's my gray. There we go. Okay, that did not work out how I wanted it to at all. It's very muddy and poopy. So I'm just going to paint the whole thing black. And we'll figure it out. Sometimes you have to paint it all black and start over. I wanted it to work differently. This is where we fail in public. Ha ha ha. Don't worry though. We'll get it. We'll get it the next time around. Does mixing black and red make a darker red? It makes a burgundy, yes. It does. Actually, I kind of like that reddish color down here. That's kind of pretty. It's like a reddish gray. It brings out some of the pinks and stuff in his white. Oh, I like that idea a lot. Okay, so let's go a different direction. You see, you can't see what I've done, can you? Let's add some more red. And transition from red to yellow, which is much closer than black to yellow. Can you see it? You can't see it. Camera's not picking up the red. Okay. I'll try. Ah, the peach is pretty. Kind of sunset-like. The whole idea is that I'm trying to lighten up the side of the base as if the OSL is glinting off of it. And that actually is working. That peach is working kind of nice. It's certainly a lot more subtle for sure. Okay. All right. We got to do the ivory and the white still on his arm bandages. I'm going to let that be, there we go. Try to get some of the non-metallic metal going. If anybody's painted these intimacy figures, they're a little bit tricky, aren't they? I really like that pink on the floor now. I don't know what that is. There's something on the model. I guess I'll leave it. I'm just going to leave it. I don't want to mess up my model. Let's add some more black. All right. There's the male intimacy guy. He's pretty much mostly done, I think. The only thing I would probably do is just go in and smooth out a few transitions on places where I feel like they're real strong. And then we'll finish her on Wednesday. And I think we'll continue doing some more white and stuff. I like the idea of adding that pink to the base. I think it adds something. What do you guys think? I mean, I could finish the back some more, but I don't know how interesting that would be to you. We do a little bit of glazing this purples. That's a little bit more interesting. All right. It still doesn't read as white on the back, but that's okay. It does read as white on the front, and I like it. I'm pretty happy with it. So now we're going to look for somebody to raid. Black may desaturate it, but perhaps add dark brown. Yeah, black does desaturate, and not only that, but it flattens things. I tend to try to avoid the black except for on the base where I want it to be flat, right? So let's see, we're ending a little bit early, but that is okay because we're in a good stopping spot. And I'd rather it be a good stopping spot and not be drag on for just for the sake of being on schedule. All right, let's go ahead. We have not rated Soulway Studios in a while. He's painting Warhammer. Let's and then yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that looks like a very interesting thing. So let's go ahead and get ready here. Go ahead and punch that raid button. We're going to go ahead and don't forget to come back Wednesday. We're going to have a giveaway. There we go. There's started the raid just now. So punch that raid button. Giveaway. We're going to give away some metallic paints from Monument, and I hope that you'll be there. There'll be a subscriber giveaway on Wednesday. We're going to finish painting the Intimacy Female, and so More Kingdom Death, and I hope to see you there. So thank you guys so much for the stream, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.